Namaskar my dear friends. Welcome to the lecture series of machine design. Now in this lecture we are going to solve the examples of spur gear. Let us start with one example. A bronze spur pinion rotating at 600 rpm drives a cast iron spur gear at a transmission ratio of 4:1. The allowable static stress for the bronze pinion and cast iron gear are 84 megapascal and 105 megapascal respectively. The pinion has 16 standard 20-degree full depth involute teeth of module 8 mm. The face width of both the gears is 90 mm. Find the power that can be transmitted from the standpoint of strength. Now in this example we have to find out the power from the standpoint of strength. Now let us start with given data. NP is a speed of pinion 600 rpm. Velocity ratio is equal to Tg by Tp is equal to 4. Static stress for the pinion material, that is the sigma OP, is equal to 84 megapascal or 84 Newton per millimeter square. Static stress for the gear material sigma OG is equal to 105 megapascal and number of teeth on pinion is equal to 16. Module is equal to 8 mm and face width B is equal to 90 millimeter. Now let us start. So first of all, you have to find the pitch circle diameter of pinion. And pitch circle diameter of pinion you can find by using the equation dP is equal to m into Tp. M is module. Okay. So therefore we can say dP is equal to m into Tp. Right. Now put the value m is equal to 8 and Tp is equal to 16. So therefore pitch circle diameter is equal to 128 millimeter and is equal to 0.128 meter. Now find out the pitch line velocity. Okay, so pitch line velocity you know that pitch line velocity V is equal to pi dN by 60. So here it is pi dP NP by 60. Okay. Now put the value. So therefore pitch line velocity V is equal to pi and dP is equal to 0.128 and NP is equal to 600. So divided by 60. Therefore the pitch line velocity is equal to 4.02 meter per second. Now remember friends, always we have to take the pitch line velocity in meter per second. Okay. If you got the pitch line velocity in mm per second, then convert it into the meter per second. Now the next step is find the velocity factor CV. Okay. So you can find the CV by equation, and there are different equations for the CV, and the equation of CV is depends upon the pitch line velocity. Okay, so if the pitch line velocity V, here the pitch line velocity V is less than 12.5 meter per second. Okay, so therefore the equation of CV is equal to 3 upon 3 plus V. So therefore we can say 3 upon 3 plus 4.02 is equal to 0.427. Okay. So CV is equal to 0.427. Now we have to find the Lewis form factor YP and YG. Okay. To decide the which gear is weaker. Okay. And our design is always based on a gear which is weaker. So for that we have to find first of all the Lewis form factor Yp and Yg. Now for the full 20 degree full depth involute system, the equation of Yp, Lewis form factor Yp is given by 0.154 minus 0.912 by Tp, where Tp is the number of teeth on pinion. Okay, so therefore is equal to 0.154 minus 0.912 divided by 16. So therefore is equal to 0.097 value of Yp. Okay, tooth form factor for the pinion material. Similarly, you can find for the gear, that is the Yg. So Yg is equal to 0.154 minus 0.912 by Tg. Tg is the number of teeth on gear. So is equal to 0.154 minus 0.912. Now you know that the velocity ratio is equal to 4. So from this equation Vr is equal to Tg by Tp is equal to 4. So therefore Tg is equal to 4 into Tp. So 4 into Tp is equal to 16. So therefore value of Yg is equal to 0.14. Now find out the product of sigma Og and Yg and sigma Op and Yp, static stress and form factor. So value of sigma Op into Yp is equal to 84, sigma Op is equal to 84, and Yp we have find 0.097, so is equal to 8.148. Similarly, find the value of sigma Og into Yg is equal to 105 into 0.14, so is equal to 14.7. Okay. Now here from this we can say, from these two value, the sigma Op into Yp is less than sigma Og into Yg. So therefore we can say pinion is weaker than gear. Okay, so our design is based on the pinion. So therefore the tangential load Wt is equal to sigma Wp into B into pi into m into Yp. So is equal to sigma Op into Cv into B into pi into m into Yp. Right? Now put the value in this equation. Sigma Op is equal to 84, Cv is equal to 0.427, B is equal to 90 into pi, m is equal to 8, and Yp is equal to 0.097. So therefore the tangential load is equal to 7870 Newton. Okay. Now power that can be transmitted. Okay, so you can find here power transmitted, and the value of power transmitted is equal to load into pitch line velocity. So Wt into V. Now we know that the Wt is equal to 7870 and pitch line velocity is 4.02. So therefore power transmitted is equal to 31,640 watt. So therefore we can say power transmitted P is equal to 31.64 kilowatt. So this is our answer. Now let us solve the next example. a gear drive is required to transmit a maximum power of 22.5 kilowatt. The velocity ratio is 1 jam 2 and RPM of the pinion is 200. The approximate center distance between the shaft may be taken as 600 millimeter. The teeth has 20 degree stub involute profiles. The static stress for the gear material, which is cast iron, may be taken as 60 megapascal and face width as 10 times the module. Find the module, face width and number of teeth on each gear. Check the design for dynamic and wear loads. The deformation or dynamic factor in the Buckingham equation may be taken as 80 and the material combination factor for the wear as 1.4. Now here in this example we have to design the total spur gear. Okay, so we have to find the module, face width, number of teeth on each gear and pitch circle diameter of both the gears. Then after finding that different dimensions, we have to check the design for dynamic and wear load. Okay, so first of all, the given data's power to be transmitted P is equal to 22.5 kilowatt, that is the 22,500 watt. Velocity ratio VR is equal to dg by dp and is equal to 2. Speed of pinion NP is equal to 200 RPM. L is the center distance and is equal to 600 millimeter. Sigma OP and sigma OG, both the gears are made from the same material, that is the cast iron. So static stress for pinion and gear is same and is equal to 60 megapascal, 60 Newton per millimeter square. Face width is given as 10 times module, so B is equal to 10 m, and material that the dynamic factor in the Buckingham equation, that is the C, is equal to 80 and material combination factor for wear is equal to 1.4. Now let us find, first of all we have to find the pitch circle diameter dp and dg. Okay, so M is the module, dp is the pitch circle diameter of pinion and dg is the pitch circle diameter of gear. Now we know that the center distance between the shaft, that is the L, okay, is given and is equal to 600 mm. So therefore from the, we can say center distance L is equal to dp by 2 plus dg by 2. Okay, now the velocity ratio is equal to 2, so we can say dp by 2 plus dg is equal to 2 dp, so put here dg is equal to 2 dp by 2, so is equal to, we can say 1.5 dp. Okay, and you know that the center distance is equal to 600, so therefore we can say 600 is equal to 1.5 dp. Okay, so therefore we can say dp is equal to 600 by 1.5, so is equal to 400 mm. So pitch circle diameter for the pinion is 400 mm, so therefore we can say dp is equal to 0.4 meter. Okay, now dg, pitch circle diameter of gear, so dg is equal to 2 dp, so therefore 2 into 400, so is equal to 800 mm. So therefore dg is equal to 0.8 meter. Okay, now here both the gears are made of the same material, so therefore pinion is weaker, so thus our design will be based upon the pinion. So now first of all find out the pitch line velocity V. So pitch line velocity V is equal to pi dp np by 60. Now put value in this equation. So pi dp is equal to 0.4 and np is equal to 200 divided by 60. So is equal to 4.2 meter per second. Okay. So pitch line velocity is 4.2 meter per second. Now here again in this case we know that this V is less than 12.5 meter per second. So equation of velocity factor CV is equal to 3 upon 3 plus V. Now 3 by 3 plus 4.2. So CV is equal to 0.417. Okay, CV is equal to 0.417. Now we know that the number of teeth on pinion. So number of teeth on pinion, that is TP. TP is equal to dP by M. M is the module. dP by M. So 400 dP is equal to 400 by M. M is the module. Now tooth form factor for the pinion, YP. Okay, tooth form factor for the pinion, YP is equal to, given by equation 0.175 minus 0.841 by TP. Now put the value of TP in this equation, 0.175 minus 0.841 by 400 by M. So M 400 here. So therefore you will find the equation YP. Okay, YP is equal to 0.175 minus 0.0021 M. Okay. Now here assuming the steady load condition and 8 to 10 hours of service per day. Okay. So let us write assuming steady load condition, steady load conditions and 8 to 10 hours of service per day. Okay. So therefore the service factor, okay, from the design data book, the value of service factor, we can say service factor, we have to choose the service factor from the design data book or from the table. So therefore CS is equal to 1. Okay, we have taken the value of service factor, CS is equal to 1. Now design tangential tooth load. Okay, find out the design tangential tooth load, that is the WT. So WT is equal to P by V into service factor CS. So P is equal to 22,500 by pitch line velocity is equal to 4.2 into 1. So therefore design tangential load is equal to 5,357 Newton. Okay, so this is the tangential load. Now put the Lewis equation. Okay, Lewis equation. So we know that the Lewis equation WT, okay, WT is equal to sigma WP into B into pi into M into YP. Right? Now that WP is equal to sigma OP into CV. So sigma OP into CV into B into pi into M into YP. Now put the value in this equation. We know that the WT is equal to 5357 is equal to sigma OP is equal to 60 and CV is equal to velocity factor 0.417, okay, into B is equal to 10 m pi module m and YP, that is we have find that equation YP is equal to 0.175 minus 0.0021 m, okay, in terms of m. So by simplifying this equation you will get one equation, that is 137.6 m square minus 1.65 m cube. Okay, so now you have to find this equation. Okay, so solving this equation by hit and trial method, okay, so you will find the value of module. So m is equal to, by solving this equation you can find the value of m is equal to 0.65. okay, so but you have to take the minimum value, say that is 8 mm. Okay, our answer is 8 mm. Now we have to find the face width B. So face width B is equal to, you know that the 10 m, so is equal to 10 into 8 is equal to 80 mm. So face width is 80 mm. Now number of teeth on the gear. So TP is equal to dP by m. dP by m. So dP is equal to 400 by 8. So is equal to 50. Number of teeth on pinion is equal to 50. Number of teeth on gear, TG is equal to dG by m, and dG is equal to 800 by 8. So 100. Number of teeth on gear is equal to 100. Now we have to check this gear, right? So first of all, check for dynamic load. So we know that the equation for the dynamic load, WD is equal to WT plus 21V into BC plus WT divided by 21V plus root BC plus WT. Okay, now put the value in this equation, that WT is equal to 5357 plus 21 into 4.2 into B is equal to 80 into 80C plus 5357 divided by 21 into 4.2 plus root B is equal to 80 into 80 plus 5357, right? Now from this equation you will get the value of WD dynamic load. So WD dynamic load is equal to 10,630 Newton. Okay, value of dynamic load. Now let us find the the Lewis form factor YP. Okay, so YP is equal to, we have find the equation 0.175 minus 0.0021 m. Okay, and put the m is equal to 8 in this equation. So 0.175 minus 0.0021 into 8. So the value of yp is equal to 0.1582. Okay. Now from the design data book, we find that the flexural endurance limit, that is sigma E, for cast iron is equal to 84 Newton per mm square. Okay, so from design data book, the flexure endurance limit sigma E is equal to 84 Newton per mm square from the design data book. Now static tooth load. Find the static tooth load Ws. Okay, so value of static tooth load is equal to sigma E into B into pi m into yp. So therefore sigma E is equal to 84 into B is equal to 80 into pi module 8 and yp is equal to 0.1582. Okay, so therefore you can find the static load Ws is equal to 26,722 Newton. Okay, now we have to find the wear load. Okay, so for that we know that the wear load WW is equal to dP into B into Q into K. So first of all we have to find the ratio factor Q. Now let us find the value of ratio factor Q. Q is equal to 2 into VR by VR plus 1. So is equal to 2. Velocity ratio is equal to 2. Therefore 2 plus 1. So ratio factor Q is equal to 1.33. Now the maximum or the limiting load for wear is equal to WW and is equal to dP into B into Q into K. Now put value in this equation dP, that value is 400, B is equal to 80, Q is equal to 1.33 and K is already given in data 1.4. So therefore the wear load is equal to 59,584 Newton. Now from this value Ws, okay, WW and that WD, that is the dynamic load. Okay, so from all these value we can say that Ws and W are greater than WD. Okay, so here we can say this static load is greater than dynamic load and wear load is greater than dynamic load. Okay, so therefore we can say design is safe. Okay, so by this way you can solve the examples of spur gear. Okay, so now I hope you can understand very well how to solve the different problems of spur gear. So thank you friends.